Alrighty. Hello, everybody. Long time no talk. I missed y'all. I have been traveling a bunch for work. The project I've been on for just shy of 3 years is going live. The first portion of it is going live next week, and then my portion is going live in a month. So it is gearing up, and then in between that, had a best friend's wedding. Went down to Florida. Um, for like 4 or 5 days or something. So it was nice. Still got a little vacation in there. I've been working hard, but I've been very busy, and usually Mondays are a little bit more manageable. Not anymore. I usually do videos around Monday, so I'm gonna have to change things up. Probably go Sunday night or Monday evening, as you can tell. And Hendrix is breathing down my neck, man, saying I can't be working anymore and got to get this video done. Um, yeah, I did work later than expected. It was like 6:30, and then I ate dinner, and I attempted to do a different offense than Postivity. Jaden did a video about Postivity. I really like this offense. I wanted to do a little bit more of bounce all your evil, not all, but I really just kind of wanted to like bounce your evil characters in your hand and then hit you with an impartial judgment. I think there's a lot of fun bans with this offense. When you bring in Jehu, you can essentially go to any um, anyone in the game, really, and then Gabriel lets you go to any gospel. So I would love to bring in a temple spear and swords, and kind of have like a two chain offense, just kind of like a band. Just couldn't do it all in time. I tried to mix things up. I had a different offense as well that kept half of this offense with a whole new one. It was really cool. It's just a little clunky. So I Hendrix is right, man. I redid the whole video. So he always is. He knows what's going on. So this is Postivity. I don't need to go too much. All I did is add the Jehu for the Jehu and Jeremiah. To where if I don't want to end with a Gabriel to Zacchaeus, then I can end to a Jeremiah. Um, Everything else pretty standard, and the defense is light. I feel like it's almost too light. Like I'm missing something here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 31, 32, 40, 47, 48, 49. I'm missing at least one card. Um, oh, maybe they'll pop up while I'm playing or something. And I got all my tokens because we're just gonna go crazy on tokens. And pretty standard. I grabbed Oath of Purity just in case they have, um, if they're playing OT human, or I'm sorry, if they're playing humans, then I can, on their evil, then I can bounce up to 2 humans in a territory and get my Book of the Law to trigger, and then also bounce their humans in territory. With Book of the Law and Zerubbabel's Temple and Oath of Purity out, I can bounce 3 of their humans in territory, and Ezra, so I can bounce 4 humans in territory, and then plus I have Jehu's sword, Joshua. Is that it? Yeah, Jehu's sword, Joshua, um, Ezra, Oath of Purity, and Book of the Law, so I can do some damage to their territory. And it's like, well, why does it matter if you do damage to their territory if you're just bouncing their humans? Because I want to bounce them for I want to bounce 1, 2, 3, 4, and then play impartial judgment for like 12, and just have a board wipe to go with my impartial judgment. You could say that's win more, but it's really all within the band, so it just makes the just playing the band efficiently. Um, what am I missing? Jaden's been playing Judge's Jaden's seat. There you go, Jaden. He's been playing Judge's seat. Um, he had this in his Type 2 version a while back as well. I really like it. It's versatile. It's easy to get in this offense with Jeshua, Z-Temp, Book of Law. Not hard to do. And it paves the way to pretty much keep them from putting anyone down and eliminating what you want. This offense does not like Herod's Temple, so I tend to play 3 Woes as evil. I'd rarely play it as good. I try not to, at least. And after that, you pretty much standard ban to Jeremiah, Elia, Jehu, whatever you want. Keep them off their evil. You can recur your any of your enhancements, really. If you need to recur with Coming Prince, if you want to recur your enhancements, you can. A lot of times you'll use the Star of Bethlehem and get the extra draw, but either way, it's there. I still want to incorporate. I would like a Delivered in here. This could be Herod's, to where I get the couple of the star reserves. So we'll see. There's a lot of different ways this can go, but won't go too much into it. Whoops. So let's see. Deck's at 51. Something's not right. Let's see what we got. There. Whoa. Whoa. I don't recognize that guy. What does this guy do? So, Phineas the Useless. Love that name. Let's see. Prevent enhancements. If opponent has redeemed soul advantage, you may exchange his card with Hophni the Profane from deck or territory. So that's pretty cool. Prevent enhancements and gets to exchange with his brother. So this is, if you're not onto my game, this is a card from the new set, Israel's Rebellion, and we have different themes in there. And I thought time frame going from Exodus to 1 Samuel. For the Israel block, to where it'd be a good time to bring in Phineas. So we'll see if his brother's around. But it gets to prevent enhancements, and then if opponent has redeemed soul advantage, you get to exchange them. I kind of wanted to show a way to, without just banding, I wanted to show that they were brothers. And tie them together, so maybe there's another advantage card that his brother does. So let's see, that's the first one. We'll do our start. We'll go back to the game. Reserve the top card of a deck. Now from here, we already have our tokens going, because we can just go to Heavenly Host right here and have 4 tokens generated first turn with Heavenly Host and Chamber. Here's the issue. We don't really have an attack first turn. So I'm not sure how to go about that. Like if we crowd's choice into Zerubbabel, then we can draw 2. We can play Teaching in Parables, draw 2, and go into a Akeem, and have an Akeem Zerubbabel draw 2 with the Teaching in Parables, kind of see if we're even going to win that. So a little bit of predicament. Do we want to get our tokens going right now? Do we want that 4 turn 1? And miss our turn 1 attack, knowing we don't necessarily need to block, and then wait for the next turn and hope we get something, which hope is never a plan. I'm not sure what the right play is. We want the tokens, but we'll go with the attack. So we'll play it as good. Go to Zerubbabel. Put down Zerubbabel before we attack with them. We do want to look at their hand, reserve an evil card, hoping that we get the the lone evil character or the lone enhancement, or leave them with an enhancement that doesn't do anything first turn, right? That's what we're trying to do. And then come out, draw 2, and play our... We could go to Ezra first turn. We could go to Jeshua. We could go to Akeem. I like having Ezra to get my Zerubbabel next turn. Like, I just come out with Ezra, bounce Zerubbabel, have my draw 2. I always like Jeshua being out early, and I like my Akeem for negating neutrals turn 1. That is really nice when their neutrals don't work this early. There's not necessarily a wrong way to play this. We do not have Book of the Law in our hand, so we don't have a way to bounce Zerubbabel next turn. So if we go to Ezra, we can do that, or we stop their neutrals. So we're going to play Akeem. I'd be more inclined to go Ezra if I didn't draw into my Denarius. I wouldn't need to do my Jeshua just yet. I think my Akeem's a little bit more value. Well, hopefully we win. Can't do anything with Denarius, but we do want to keep that in our hand. Don't know if we play Chamber here. No need to. Alright, then it'd be their turn. They would have to generate some sort of souls, and then we still have... we can prevent enhancements with a 6-0 to make them a 9-7, or we would more than likely use our Lying Prophet here, of course, assuming they could generate a soul. Let's say they cannot. We can drop to X0, no need to show our Star of Bethlehem, and put down Z-Temp, put down Chamber. We're going to do some drawing, get our stuff going. We could put like Pontius Pilate in if we want. Go to a match from grade. I don't really fully... I had different ideas for the deck, so Galileans is in here because we wanted to play a Lost Soul. We wanted to have another Lost Soul that could somewhat help us. Not the best soul selection for this defense, being a lot of Old Testament cards. So we don't need to do anything with Galileans. And we only have one territory class card. We are perfectly fine with that. We do want to reveal the top 6. We do want to take a star card. Now we go Solomon's Dream. We have our Heavenly Host next turn. Guaranteed. If we go David, we have nothing really, because we're just going to go David to Joshua, and then he can't exchange to anyone. We can go Virgin Birth or Jeremiah. We don't have a way to really ban the Jeremiah. Maybe we can just naturally draw it and then save our Solomon's Dream, right? We don't have Ezra. We don't have a way to bounce. You're discarded. Don't have a way to bounce Zerubbabel. If a good card you own is top deck, draw 1. We don't have a way to do anything with Heavenly Host. I think that's the order we'll put back. Shucks. 1 away, right? Got to be a little patient with this offense at times. You don't have something every turn. It's a little susceptible to draws, but that's fine because you know if you can get a couple blocks and their whole territory and their whole hand's gone. So I would feel more comfortable with a different defense that played confusion and could play it well. With an impartial offense, kind of like a hand control, board control, which is tough. Like, let's be real. I wouldn't play someone that does a redeem soul advantage in an aggressive offense. Alrighty, so I don't have too much going. I can't get my Heavenly Host tokens. I can't play my Solomon's Dream to get my Heavenly Host. I can't bounce my Zerubbabel. Probably just put down Haggai. And I can show Phineas. That's fine. It'd be good to go. Let them go and do some drawing. Assume it's 3 for Lying Prophet. Maybe I get to buy the number block. Maybe I get plot to kill on top of it to negate. We never know. That's why we simulate. Then we draw 3. Top deck a Mikiro from reserve. We can do that. Yeah. And we can just take that because Jeshua's out. And we can play this character, which doesn't necessarily matter. So now we can do Heavenly Host for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. They look cool. So we have 4 out. We have Jehu and deck. We can draw 5. And I think drawing 5 here is fine. Because we also get the Virgin Birth, so we're going to get the extra card. I'm going to make sure we're not going to max out our hand, right? So if we play Star of Bethlehem, we get a draw 5. We're maxed. Virgin Birth would be 16. We would play Bethlehem, that Star of Bethlehem, which would bring us down 1. I'm just making sure I don't have any other card advantage cards out here. Top deck and OT. Yeah, so we are going to go ahead. Now, either way, I'd probably put down some heroes anyway. If I play Solomon's Dream now, I get a good card from deck, and a good card can be Gabriel, and then I could max my Star of Bethlehem. Or I could take Jehu and get a weapon. And I think taking Jehu, knowing I can get a weapon from reserve and top decking it and taking it with Jeshua, is the better play, ensuring I can get that massive attack. So 9 in hand, and we can go ahead and get our 5. And we would do 1, 2, 3. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. That's good. So first we would top deck a weapon from reserve. So that goes to our hand because Jeshua, you're done. And then we would top deck an OT card from a reserve. Top deck an OT card. You go to hand, Jeshua. We will reserve the top card of your deck. We will play we'll draw 5 for Star of Bethlehem. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think the move is to go wasn't sure. Is the move to go Virgin Birth, take your 1 and then draw the rest, or is it draw 5 and then take? And I think that's the right play. Draw 5, then take. Lawless comes into play. Reveal to all top 6. All lost souls go down. 1, 2, 3. Evil cards, none. And then we have our Virgin Birth, and that's a top 6. Reveal to, and I get to underdeck this card to take 1. And I think I want Elliot here. Oh yeah, I saw it. Okay. So that was all from Solomon's Dream. So I played my 1. And I have everything. Now this is a tiny bit of a slow start, but believe it or not, for this deck. So, and Jaden's right, you need to know your attack prior to. You don't want to spend all your time doing this. So, what we have is Joshua still in reserve. So we still have our David to exchange. Jehu can come in last. There's a lot of ways this can go. I think it's actually tough to mess this up because they all band to each other. Like Joshua's a CBN band. We could put him in battle. Haggai, CBN band. And Ezra, Haggai, or Zechariah hero. So we could start Haggai, Ezra. We could bounce theirs or our Zerubbabel. Either or. If we want to bounce theirs, we can because we have Jehu, Sword, and Elliot. So we can do some damage to their hand territory reserve and maintain 5 meeks for impartial. Tyler, you don't even have right on, you dummy. So what do we do with that information? We don't need to bounce their person. We need to bounce Zerubbabel. And then you can ban to a post-exilic. You want to ban to your Eleazar. You can ban to an OT human warrior. We can still do another bounce with Jehoshaphat. I did not name that earlier. That's another bounce. Forgot. Then you can ban to musician, warrior, or priest. David to Joshua from reserve. Joshua exchanges to Jehu. Jehu exchanges. Go a couple different ways. Like Mighty Men to Jeremiah. Or do you do a different exchange and do a Zerubbabel? Yeah, I think the better one is to start here and end with Ezra. Ezra to Zerubbabel, Zerubbabel to Eliud to give you the draw 2 and the discard. Not entirely sure. It would just depend like what the situation is of do I want to hit them, how much do I want to hit them in their hand because they can just discard an evil character for Eliud, or if I hit them with Jehu, hit them with Joshua, and then end with Jeremiah. Mighty Men to Jeremiah. So it really just depends on the situation. You have to know what you're attacking with prior to. Like you have to see it. Okay. I know, do I need to loop around a Zerubbabel? Because you got to make sure exchanging, unless stated, they're going to exchange a territory. Usually your card will say where it's exchanging to. Jehu's going to exchange a territory. So that's probably everything out of attack with. No clue what would happen there. I just want to see the potential for... Who do we have? Phineas? Who's his brother? Hophni, right? I just want to see Hophni. Would be good to go there. Do some stuff. Let's just draw Hophni. Where is he? Look at a hand, yada yada. Book of the Law, do some things, bounce, play some tokens, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Star card. We can drop the big 2. Alright, where is he? Okay, so some pretty decent cards left. Alright, we're going to pull him out. Boom. Alright, so who's this guy? Hophni the Profane. Sorry, I wasn't expecting him to be like the last card, but to be fair, I kind of put him there. Hophni the Profane, Phineas' brother. And so you see they have the tie-in together. One negates heroes, one prevents enhancements. If opponent has redeemed soul advantage, you exchange this with Hophni the Profane from deck or territory. And then if opponent has board advantage, you may exchange this card with Phineas the Useless from deck or territory. I did not want these characters to be that strong, and the first ability, the first go around, it was just insane. It was asking to just be broken and have way too many crazy interactions. So I had to revamp, and I wanted to show the connection to these two cards being brothers. And a lot of times in Redemption, we show that based on, cannot be negated if this person is in play or in battle or if played on or banned to show close relationships, family, friends, brothers, whatever it may be. So a different way is by exchange. And I like a single exchange target. I mean, broad exchanges are amazing, but single exchange are cool. This probably could have been stronger, to be honest. It could have been if it's board advantage and exchange. But so many offenses are getting out to these blazing fast starts. I wanted to have a cool little 1-2 punch to where if you get out to this crazy start with Matthew or tokens or numerous, whatever it may be, if you say, well, no one's playing numerous right now, it's like they are. There's all sorts of crazy decks right now that are still doing circus things. They're just not being shown. So there's offenses that come out very, very, very fast, and there's draw artifacts, and there's easy ways to get advantage. Now, turn 1, you can't have redeemed soul advantage. So if you get down in it's turn 2, then you can at least turn off heroes and enhancements. And you could always just kind of play them as you want with initiative. So thought it was a cool little way to show some interaction with some brothers, and then also didn't want to make them too strong just based on their story in the Bible. So who knows, maybe they got some cool enhancements to back them up. Never know. But either way, that's kind of why I wanted to make sure I got a video out here. Because I wanted to show just one outlet to show two different cards, being Hophni and Phineas. Now, I'm not going to drop these in Discord until other people say, yeah, they were spoiled, and then I'll give the images in Discord. So yeah, there they are. Wanted to show these two. Sorry, it took a while to get to Hoffney. Probably could have sped that up a little bit, but either way, not a long video. I will try to be a little bit more proactive when I look at my schedule and do videos, especially coming into tournament time. I like this offense. I think it is very susceptible to choose the hero. So there's different things I want to do with this offense. I do think getting that impartial and just going for the jugular, whether it be like really you're bouncing their evil characters and then obliterating their hand, is really fun. You don't necessarily need to do that though. So who knows, maybe we'll do more spoiler videos, especially as it gets closer and closer to Nats. Maybe we'll do a little bit more there. Not sure. But either way, hope you enjoyed Phineas the Useless and Hoffney the Profane, as that was the whole point of the video. So miss you guys. I'll try to make sure I'm on here more. And thank you for stopping by.